welcome back to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. And today's topic is actually a topic that was suggested by a subscriber in the comments section. So thank you to this subscriber who suggested this topic, because today we're going to cover who is constantly thinking about you and why. So who is always having you on their mind? Why are they always thinking about you? And we'll even take a look and see if they're going to take any sort of action towards you as well. We do have 3 piles to choose from today from the Modern Witch Tarot. We have the Hermit, we have the Magician for pile number 2, and we have the Empress for pile number 3. I always welcome my returning subscribers to please drop your comments below for your chance to win a free tarot reading from me. I do that as a way to thank you for your presence here. I also invite any of my new subscribers to please drop your comment below for your chance to win as well. I just offer it as a thank you for your presence, and all you have to do is drop your comment below any of my readings this month for your chance to win. Be sure to hit your notification bell, however, so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. I seem to have a difficult time getting my winners to reach back out to me, so we might have to come up with a new system on how to choose a winner, but I also welcome any suggestions you have to try to fill that gap in some way. But pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3, who is constantly thinking about you and why? I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the Hermit, and this is your reading. Who is constantly thinking about you and why? Why are you on their mind? You can see this person is kind of checking in online, looking at their laptop. The Hermit is somebody who retreats. So this person may not be making themselves very known to you. They may not even be kind of a constant feature in your life at this time. This could even be somebody who's watching you from a distance. They do feel like there's something about the situation that leaves them feeling a little bit unsure of how to proceed with the attraction or the thoughts that they are having. Sometimes the Hermit can speak to me about, coming to an understanding about something and then not being able to really know which step to take from that point. So it encourages us to kind of take a pause. So let's ask here for pile number 1. Who is constantly thinking about pile number 1? Okay, so we have a lot going on for first position. We have the 8 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the Sun. I did see the 6 of Cups as I was floating through as well. This could be somebody from your past, a past love connection, someone who was a friend and should have moved into a love connection with you. It feels like the truth is that they didn't see the truth until after the effect, until it was too late. A lot of Virgo energy with this person. Here's the King of Cups. And there's a lot of nostalgia and remembrance. They keep bringing me forward with the poppies around the head of the 2 of Cups male. This person could have had blue eyes. And I just feel like they're almost like a golden retriever personality for when you knew them in the past, perhaps. They were just really kind, a sweet person, I feel. You have the Knight of Wands. This person, they feel like they turned their back on an attraction. They also may feel like they have to currently turn their back on the attraction in order to kind of just get the job done, or in order to just go on with their life in some way. But there is a restlessness that this person still feels. You still kind of trigger them. Here's the Hanged Man. And most of these triggers are coming into the Crown, coming into their thoughts, because they don't know if there's a solution. What they've learned a lot. They've learned to take action upon something that they really wanted. That's why they can't stop thinking about this. They're processing something. And the process, I feel like the reality that came through as a part of this process, and maybe it hasn't completely finished processing yet, but the reality that comes through is about epiphanies, about relationships, and maybe about walking away, and maybe about how if we hadn't done that, the 8 and the 2 can create this 10 of Cups clarity. It's like we could have had it all. We could have built it all together, but I was too vulnerable. They also feel like they were too ill-equipped or didn't have enough experience maybe in romantic love at the time that they knew you. And there's the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords can come after that 10 of Swords revelation, and it can sting a little bit. I feel like they feel like not enough was said between the 2 of you, not enough was expressed in clarity, and that was left up in the air from the past. So this does not feel like it's somebody who's in contact with you currently, if I'm being honest, and it does feel like this person has had you consistently on their mind for a period of time that even they would perhaps be a little bit afraid to admit. They've done a lot of shadow work because of you. Like, you have influenced them. That's why the Sun is here, the Hanged Man, the Temperance, even the Hermit as your choice card here. These are major themes. You've influenced this person in major ways. Page of Pentacles. They have considered coming forward for clarity, to have a conversation. They are a little bit concerned about what that might do. Like, as much as we call it closure, Spirit doesn't call it closure. They call it a backdraft. Yes. This could have been someone that really wanted to explore with you and you never got a chance to be in a full-fledged relationship with them. There was flirtation. There was curiosity. And now they're calling themselves the Headless Horseman. That's what they're calling themselves, the Headless Horseman. It's like, what was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. These are the thoughts that are kind of floating through their mind about the past and about the path that they could have taken. They took an alternate path. Here's the Hierophant. And they still desire more information. It doesn't even matter how much time has gone by. And sometimes the Temperance can speak to a long period of time that they've had to go with no contact. They feel like they feel like you left them in a lurch, or you were left in a lurch. Like, when it comes to the lack of clarity. And it could have been a collaboration on both ends, where it's like we just were not clear with each other. We knew what we were feeling, but we couldn't say the words. Or maybe we didn't know what the words were. Here's the King of Swords. And they're smarter as a result of this. All of this constant thinking is going to have a positive effect eventually of being more intelligent, more clarifying. They should have used their voice. They're speaking about the contrast that they've experienced from that point. They should have used their voice. And they are calling you a friend. But it was never really friendship, was it? Here's the Five of Cups. So much regret. That's also why they're constantly thinking about it, because they haven't. I usually talk about this a lot on how I read, that I put down my first position card, and then it tells me a lot about what's to come and about the process of what we're going through. They haven't completely processed this yet, because it stings too much. And they may feel or have this interpretation that they have to get clarity from you before they can fully process it. But part of that clarity is almost protecting the dynamics of the connection from the past. And there may have been evolution, but they just feel like they wasted so much time and they wasted so many opportunities. And it's multiple opportunities that they had. Here's the Four of Cups. And it feels like absolutely no contact, really highlighting this worm overall. And the worm, you know, the earthworm, can't see anything, can't hear anything. It goes off of vibration. It lives its entire life kind of fueling and giving us fertility in the soil, but it's toiling beneath everything. So they're keeping this connection alive in some way through all of these consistent thoughts. There is almost like a helplessness or a greed that comes in. It's like they don't want to be greedy and come forward now to mess anything up for you or to create confusion for you. Because they don't know if the feelings are mutual or if they would be supported. Because this person honestly is confused about how you're feeling. They may have been more sure in the past that there was a mutual aspect to your connection, but now the longer that it goes, I just heard the doctor is in, the longer that it goes, the more unsure they are of your own feelings. So in order to help process this, they perhaps have even told themselves that because there's been no contact, because you haven't reached out to them, that you're not interested. But that's just their way of trying to almost tame the influence of this Page of Wands, tame the curiosity that still lies inside of them. Because whenever I see this Page of Wands, I almost see like a forge that's hanging off the end of their wand, ready to kind of fuel more air, more elements into the connection itself. Who is constantly thinking about Pile 1, please, and why? They feel like they should have been smarter. There's a lot of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a lot of Leo here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We have the Ace of Swords, the clarity, the truth, the new perspective that they've gained. And the perspective that they've gained is highlighted by this Five of Cups and the loss. Emotional loss. I should have seen what was sitting right in front of me is what I'm hearing. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. We have reach out reversed, and you've hurt them by not making contact. That's where they feel ignored. Now, that's just their way of interpreting it. Spirit's not trying to wag a finger at you. This is just the way this person is processing it and their perspective. Because I want you. Still to this day, even if it's been a period of time, even if they're with the Hierophant, even if there's been evolution in other areas of their life, there's always this acorn of like, I'll never know. I'm never going to know where it could have gone, what we could have built. Because I feel like we could have built it all. Here on the floor, I need time for me. Four of Swords. There's a part of them that's still kind of defending almost the disappointment, almost the heartbreak. But they do need healing. And they feel like part of them needs the clarity from you to heal. We have you are wrong. We also have, you know, a very physical aspect here of almost an addictive quality to their attraction. I feel like they may have never had the chance to have an intimate connection with you. It says here, I dream about you a lot, probably more than I should and probably more than I'm allowed. Because in the dream realm, anything is possible. I keep hearing that song, all I have to do is dream. You make me jealous, even if I have no right to. This jealousy, I feel like, was something that was a consistency in their thoughts, too. They don't like to think of you with other people, even if you have moved into commitment cycles, for instance. Still have so much desire for you. Let's get one more. I think we should see other people. And there could be other people involved at this point with the Hierophant. There could be, again, commitment cycles that they are now focused on. But let's ask Spirit whether or not this person will make any type of contact towards you in the future. What can Pile 1 expect, please, when it comes to future contact with this person? Will they reveal themselves? Will they make themselves known? King of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. It's like they're planning it before they do it. That's what it feels like. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords. They may not be able to act at this moment, but they are very interested in communication. And you can see that this person's actually watering a skull. And the skull is a symbol of transition and grief. So they do intend to take action. It feels like a plan they're going to make. They're being a little bit impulsive when the action takes place, or they're taking a little bit of a risk and they know it. Because there could be, again, foundations that are in place at this time. But Spirit says that there may be clarity that comes in. Here's the Six of Wands. They're just waiting for confidence. And they may be hoping that you'll reach out before they have to take that chance. There's also references to the Eight of Swords and an unwillingness to come forward at this moment. But as far as they're concerned, it's not over and clarity will come in some way. Spirit says that they're making a plan. They have intentions to. And even in this present moment, to be honest with you, they're feeling very restless. They're feeling really impulsive. So it will be a moment of impulsivity that brings them back towards you in communication. And I just heard it's only a matter of time. And I'm hearing that song actually from Mariah Carey, where it says, you'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. So I feel like there's going to be a communication, but I also feel like the communication is going to reveal perhaps emotion, but also reveal practical elements that are getting in the way of progress at that time. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 1, please. Last thought they had about pile 1 in the bowl. Temperance reverse, Six of Pentacles. They don't come forward in this moment. They're delaying any type of connection because they don't want to create chaos for you at this time. So they're kind of frustrated by that delay. Part of that delay is coming because they don't know if it's supported by you at this moment. I'm hearing the song Kiss Me. I don't remember who it's by. It's an older song. We have here the Divine Masculine, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We have Lemonade, or making the best out of a bad situation with the lemon. We do have the Tower falling, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune in limbo. So they may not feel like they can return to the past or return to a place where there can be connection. They do feel kind of stuck in limbo at this time. We have here a fear of change that started this whole process for them. The rose of empowerment, perhaps a lack of empowerment at that time. We have M, J, and G as initials for you, pile 1. All right, pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell, of course. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading as well. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Magician, and this is your reading. Who is constantly thinking about you and why? Now, this particular Magician's card, first of all, it features this beautiful woman, and she has her hair in these 2 little buns. And every time I see hair like that, I have a specific message in my roster of messages from Spirit about their attraction to you being a little bit taboo. It's like they are worried that they shouldn't like you in this way, or they shouldn't be thinking about you in the way that they are. But this could be something that does monopolize a lot of their time, because there's an obvious attraction that they have. It's like they feel drawn to you. So let's take a look here and see. For pile number 2, please. Who is constantly thinking about pile number 2 and why? We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. Now, first of all, Spirit says that they're seeking clarity. They're seeking light through all of these consistent thoughts. It almost feels like they're looking for confirmations. Like they're trying to come up with a solution, or trying to come up with a permission slip, I feel like, to reach for clarity. To be flexible with what they've built, because here's the Ten of Pentacles now, and it says horsetail, and there's a reference to the horse of freedom of choice, right? So even in the dynamics of the Ten of Pentacles, which could represent commitment cycles, for instance, like ultimately, even if we sign a piece of paper, like we still have freedom of choice of how we want to navigate ourselves in commitment cycles. The collective, of course, tells us that we should remain committed to our commitment cycle because we've made that commitment. But this person's constantly thinking about you because they're trying to override that message. It's like they're trying to give themselves an excuse or a reason, like an allowance of like, I'm allowed to be attracted, or I'm looking for solutions, to be flexible with what I planted. Be flexible with an opportunity. But it does feel very tempting, if I'm being honest. We have the Moon. We have the Three of Wands. Back of the deck is the Knight of Wands. It says Cayenne. We also have the Five of Swords, the White Sage. Now, it's interesting because there's a lot of desire to just take action. So the reason why they're thinking about you so consistently is because they're feeling a little bit impulsive about just taking action. There's an obvious attraction that they have at this time, but if they follow through with it, there's the Five of Swords. That feels like this person could be in a commitment cycle, or maybe they are aware of your commitment cycle, and they know that it could create discord. They know that it could create arguments, conflicts, obstacles at this moment in time. There's the Ten of Swords. So they overthink because they're trying to find a solution to all of the practical obstacles that are here. Because it feels like a risk to be attracted to you, but they want you. Like the Knight of Wands wants you. They want to run forward. Knight of Wands back of deck already in this deck to clarify. And the thoughts of you bring in this idea of confidence. This does not feel like somebody that is not in contact with you. I feel like this person sees you, or maybe they watch you online. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't necessarily feel like it's in no contact at this time. But as you notice here with the Six of Wands supporting the Ace of Pentacles, the horse is looking back at his rider, like asking him what he's doing, or her, what she's doing. It's like, what are you doing in this situation? It's like, well, I'm gaining confidence. But then it's like trying to remind us, nudging us towards this Ten of Pentacles. But perhaps in that Ten of Pentacles, in the dynamics of a relationship or a commitment cycle, they perhaps don't get the boost to their confidence that they get from thinking about this connection with you. What it does is it brings to the surface for them all of their hidden desires. Here's the World. but it also brings into the surface all of the risks in order to get to the reward, all of the risks that they would have to take. What's this person's spirit? We have the Four of Pentacles. Because they're kind of in a greedy position where they've known you for a while. This person's known you for quite a while. There could be part of your work realm, potentially. They kind of want their cake and eat it too here. They're a little bit feeling kind of torn between two lovers, if I'm being honest. I keep hearing that song. And then it goes on, that song goes on to say, I'm breaking all the rules. So they are kind of breaking the rules in their consistent thoughts of you as well. But sometimes the Knight of Wands just wants to go forward and they want to think about the consequences later. The problem is that this person is very well aware of the consequences and they're trying to hold on to both sides of the coin right now. Five of Wands. Because you make them feel restless. You make them feel competitive. There's a feeling about wanting a determination to fight through this period, or maybe even to fight against the attraction. But there's this determination that gets kind of brought up by the attraction too. It challenges them. It makes them feel young. And that's not to say that they're old or anything, but it just makes them feel, if they're in the dynamics of a commitment cycle, for instance, there's a lot of responsibility there. This makes them feel, attraction to you makes them feel like they can just focus solely on the attraction. They get jealous associated with you. Here is the Ace of Pentacles. Here is the Devil. And there's the Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. They're always thinking about you, pal, too, because they want something very, very physical with you. But I also feel like they could have a family. So they understand that skirting away from their responsibilities to go towards this attraction to you has really, really dire obstacles and consequences for their current family unit. Again, this could be separated. This could be reversed where you are the one with the family. It could also be paralleled, but they are highlighting on why they're overthinking, why they're focused on you, and why they know that it's a challenge in this moment. Even under here, the 5 and the 10, that's the 15 of the Devil, there's an addiction to these thoughts. They've created a habit out of these consistent thoughts of you. And this particular 10 of Swords, the Alfalfa card, really speaks to like a period where it's like they wish they could take a break from this just to explore this with you. It's like when we grow alfalfa in a field, it's to replenish the land. It's like we've grown corn, we've grown soya for too long, and we need to replenish that soil. So we grow alfalfa for a season in order to rotate the crops. And that's what it feels like. It feels like I don't necessarily want to get rid of my commitment, but I would love to have a season to explore this. I'd love a get out of jail free card, so to speak, in order to move forward. Let's take a look at some of their thoughts, what they have been thinking about. A lot of Capricorn energy here coming through, and they're highlighting a lot of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I will say we're going to take a look at what the future holds, if they're going to come forward with this attraction. We do have the 3 of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles in the future position. This could be a signal of things to come, communication, opportunity. Again, I feel like you see this person consistently, but there is also a sense of waiting and preparation with the 3 of Wands that may be important because they don't know how well you'd fit into their current dynamic. That's what they're also thinking about. How do I fit this person into my dynamic without losing anything? If you're enrapture me. And we also have don't wait up for me because they are potted like a potted plant in a different location, different situation. All of these thoughts of you, though, are growing this world. It's growing this fantasy for them. How come you can't see how perfect you are? They're referencing somebody insecure about their smile as well. And that will be specific to someone watching. We have here, I wish that I never let go. They are thinking also about the consequences of what will happen if they kind of give in to their desires. Drape me in your sunshine. What are they thinking towards pile number 2, please? I can't decide what to do. And ultimately, I feel like they are, again, double dipping a little bit. They do feel a little unworthy to come forward in the dynamic that they're in. So they don't know how to approach you, knowing that they have these obstacles in place and wondering what your perspective will be. It says, call me when you're single. I don't think that this person is. Maybe you're not single as well. But there's a flirtation phase. It says, you always keep me guessing. And my insecurities do pull me down. Let's get one more. You're a personal miracle. Back of the deck says, oops, it's reversed. You bring out the best in me. There's also a reference with the key to secrets that come through as well. But let's ask Spirit whether or not this person's going to make their feelings known to pile number 2, please. Will they make their feelings known? You have the 8 of Wands. Oopsie. There's like a pressurized system that's happening here. Like the attraction's very palpable for this person. Here's the 8 of Cups. But it's like they're waiting for, I just heard stopwatch. It's like they're waiting for something to end. There's this unfulfilled energy that they're experiencing right now. It's like they have all of these regrets, like I wish I could, but, and then they're filling in that caveat. Here's that 5 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. It's like I'm overthinking now about what the consequences will be for me. And they feel like it could blow up in their face. So they're a little bit concerned about coming forward. Spirit says this is going to delay progress. They're waiting. They're waiting for something, and they're waiting perhaps for the Divine Feminine to open up that door. They're waiting for more information to come in from the Divine Feminine. And I often say, you know, it's not about gender, it's just about energy. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be the Divine Feminine, for instance, to relate to the message. It's all about energy. And they're highlighting the comparison that they're making. Truthfully, this person does feel like they have abundance in their current round too, because they're comparing it, but they're saying it's oranges and oranges. It's like they can't lose, no matter which kind of side of the coin they land on. But I do feel like they're waiting for the Divine Feminine to make their feelings more aware. So if you are able to understand who this person is, and I feel like you talk to this person, I feel like you flirt with this person, or there's a friendly banter in the very least between the two of you. But Spirit says that they're delaying. They're trying to find the solution, but they worry that the solution lies within Divine Feminine energy. It either lies with you, or maybe it lies with a current partner who would have to act to free them from their circumstance. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. We have the 4 of Cups. This person does consider you a friend, or you guys are friendly, maybe really strong acquaintances. They're not 100% certain that you are also on board, or that you have the attraction. That's why they haven't done anything or said anything or pursued it all. This Page of Wands is now in the reverse position, and this is the curiosity, the desire that they have, but they're also worried about like making issues within a realm. Could be school, could be work realm. They don't want to be a problem child of some kind. They don't want to create an issue if you're not including yourself in the attraction, if you have no feelings towards them. That's why they're not taking the risk. But this person could work with you or go to school with you. We also have here the syringe, the strength. Could be a medical or kind of reference. Could also be addiction. We have find joy in the journey, and we also have here the little key with Mickey Mouse. So there could be children involved here. You could have also known this person for a while, but it doesn't feel like a really strong long-term friendship, for instance. We do have somebody who is anchored in a situation, and they don't know if they have the strength to be able to get themselves out of that situation. They are seeking clarity from you. They also are referencing that they would have to kind of claim independence in order to come towards you, because the attraction at this moment doesn't feel allowed. It's like they're not allowed to have this feeling. Lots of Leo energy coming through as well. Pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell, your subscribe button, your like button, all of the buttons. It helps me to bring you more content, and it helps me to notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading, and I do update that shop daily. But I hope you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Empress, and this is your reading. Who is constantly thinking about you and why? Now, the Empress is very self-explanatory. She's the most abundant card in the deck. So obviously there's a huge amount of attraction here with the Empress. Look at how beautiful she is. There's something very nurturing about her. There's something very sensual about her. This just really wraps up everything beautiful about the Divine Feminine. So somebody who has a very high opinion of you. But let's take a look here and see who is this person that is constantly thinking about pile number 3 and why is this happening. We have here the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. Who is constantly thinking about pile 3, please? We have the Emperor. Now they're coming in a state of limbo, so we're going to leave them just like that. They could be very unsure about themselves. They definitely don't think that they're on your level. Now they may actually be, you know, like the truth is that this could be a really good seed, a really good person, but they don't have that perspective. They think that it's a risk to come towards you because you are the Divine Feminine. We have here the Six of Swords. I do feel like this person kind of has a self-deprecation about them. I feel like they don't have a really high self-esteem, if I'm being honest with you. And this was established for them like way in the past by parent figures or something. We have the Page of Swords, highlighting Lucifer the cat. We do have here the Queen of Swords and the Strength. Oh, this person's really intimidated by you. I also feel like they could be a little bit younger than you. They're highlighting like an age gap, or maybe they're a little bit older than you, but they are highlighting a bit of an age gap here. They watch you a lot, this person. Now, I'm going to see if there's a dynamic of where they watch you from, but they do have their eyes on you. They could be looking at your social media a lot. And I just got a reference to the footstool, of like being your footstool. It's like someone who is maybe willing to be in that position, but again, someone who puts themselves in a lower, almost feels like a lower class. It's like that's how their perspective goes. It's like it feels like a lower class system, or it's like I'm not on your level. Could be with even looks or intelligence. We have the Death energy. This person has like a determination to talk to you. So they may not have talked to you yet, to be honest with you. There's a determination to kind of talk to you or to get the ball rolling, but they have hesitated because it feels like they have to build up their confidence in order to do it and kind of pretend. The problem is that they've been maintaining this like, I'm going to do it mentality for too long. We have the Five of Cups. And they're already, like, again, they have a self-deprecation about them. They've already kind of surrendered to the obstacles. It's hard for this person to stay optimistic. They may feel like they're friend-zoned in some way. They also feel like they don't have, the support of your attraction. They're very intimidated by who you are, by your voice, by your presence. And that's not to say that this intimidation is a bad thing. It just means that you have a presence. And it's very obvious that you deserve every good thing. It's very obvious that maybe they think that you're out of their league a little bit. The Eight of Cups. Because it's like they've already answered their own question. It's like they're telling themselves, it's like they're preparing themselves, because they are preparing themselves to talk to you, but they're preparing themselves for rejection. And that's just their perspective based on this feeling of preemptive loss. They could be trying to you know, like Brene Brown says, beat vulnerability to the punch, because things have gone unsaid, and it's because they feel really insecure to bring it up overall. This person could go to school with you. They could also be working with you. With the Hierophant, this can kind of revolve around institutions. You could work, you know, in a school or in a hospital or a big institution like a courthouse or something. And I don't know that they've approached you yet. You may have had like just, I don't even know if you've had a conversation with this person yet, because they keep gearing themselves up for it. This could be maybe where the age gap is. There could not be an age gap, but like a gap between like positions where maybe you're kind of above them in some way. They do think that you're above them anyway. It doesn't matter if it's in position or in intelligence or in looks. Like they just put you up on this pedestal here. And they keep bringing me back to Lucifer the cat and the attachment to the devil and the attachment to insecurity. Lots of Capricorn, lots of Taurus coming through as well. Lots of Aries with the Empress. Here is the Page of Pentacles, and there's the Nine of Cups. This person thinks about you constantly because you are the trophy. You are the dream. You are what they're hoping for, but they're like, it's impossible. I can't have it. I can't have it. Now, sometimes I will say with the Hierophant and the Eight of Cups, sometimes that's a delay because of commitment cycles. But that's not the overarching energy here. This is just a support. The overarching energy is the fact that this person has a massive, massive crush on you. And it's easier to sit in that moment of passive approach in the massive crush, because in that approach, everything is possible in the dream realm. It's when they hit reality that they're concerned. But what's interesting is that they keep showing me the Six and the Page together as the Seven of Swords. They are denying themselves, perhaps, the clarity that they might even need to prove themselves wrong, that maybe they do deserve good things and maybe they should take action towards you. It's like they're trying to slowly but surely find the solutions, because I feel like this person has had a crush on you for a long time, at least the last year, or the last 9 to 10 months. This person has been really crushing on you really hard. But there seems to be a hesitation to communicate, but a desire to communicate with you, a desire to talk to you. Let's get some message cards to see what sort of thoughts this person has been having surrounding pile number 3, please. This is all I have to give. The page is coming in reverse, the Page of Wands. They're also showing we have unfinished business, and I want to get back about what we had. The Six of Cups reversed and the World reversed. So they are talking here about like idolizing something, idolizing you, but wondering if they have unrealistic expectations. They're concerned about that. I just saw, what do you even see in me? And I also saw, I shouldn't have doubted my intuition, which I feel like is an important message. If I called you, what would you do? Would you answer? That's where their confidence is taking a hit right now. They're not convinced that you weren't. But I'm still holding on, even though if pigs could fly, even though I don't know that it's possible, I don't want to let go of the possibility that it could be possible. But they're not confident in the evolution of the future, which could affect the approach that they take. And we're going to take a look at that as well in a moment. I'm afraid to look bad. Six of Wands reverse. I don't have the confidence. So I'm not being honest. I'm not being truthful. Now, they are, again, referencing about not wanting to create drama or obstacles in the realm that they know you from. It could be the work realm. It could be school as well for someone watching. It doesn't feel social in nature. I know I hurt you. Three of Swords. Could be a reference to third party, but take that as it resonates to your situation. I wish I believed in me like you do. Like wishing that I had the confidence that you perhaps exude, and maybe you're just really good at faking it, but is this really over? Ten of Swords. We have that Ten of Swords here too, because they don't want to let go of the possibility, but they also have to come towards you in a moment of confidence, or in the very least the moment of hopefulness that comes in. And this is the consistency of thought. When we say that they're constantly thinking about you, people don't just arrive at this beach of the Ten of Swords in one fell swoop. Right? This takes consistency. This takes habit to get to this place. It hasn't exactly got them anywhere because they're convinced that it's impossible, that there's no way that you would be available to them or that you would want them. But it says here, I hope that you'll wait for me, also coming in reversed. And we are going to take a look now at whether or not this person is going to come forward. Will they make themselves known? To pile number 3, please. Two of Pentacles. So already 5 of Pentacles, they're the way that they're processing the attraction, the way that they process their own value is affecting the time frame. They are holding space for the possibility of coming forward at this time, but they just don't know when or if they're going to be capable of it. They're on the fence about it because they're keeping themselves in a very narrow box because they're worried about their own safety. It's like, how will this affect me in the future? Again, and there could also be worried about creating awkwardness in the work realm. So they are delaying it at this moment. Again, referencing the work realm again. I think they're just going to watch. I think they're just going to, at least for the next chapter, of course the future is very fluid and they can find the determination that the Seven of Wands requires and break through. Spirit just feels like it's unlikely in the immediate future because their ego's telling them not to. Their ego is fueling this idea of the Five of Cups and a preemptive loss. So that's going to affect the time frame. They have work to do. They have a to-do list to accomplish here. And Spirit says for the time being, they're just going to continue to watch you. But you may be able to pick up on someone who's always watching you as well in that realm. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3, please. The last thought they had about pile 3 in the bowl. There's that 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 6 of Wands. The last thought that they had was very conflicting because it was kind of mirroring how they're feeling in the present moment. The lack of confidence, the lack of strength, the lack of being able to take a risk because of the consequences. There is this desire for things to get a fair shot. It's like I feel like this person just wants a fair shot at the connection itself. But they're worried that you would look at it like some type of compromise. We have the chain. Could be a chain of events. Could be Capricorn energy. Weakness is a choice. And that could be the chain of events that creates a lack of momentum here. We have G, M, and B. We have a wrench in our plans. This is also a tool. I do think of the work realm. It says you're always in my heart. I feel like you're always in this person's head as well. All right, love, that's what I have for you today, pile 3. Please drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading. And I do hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage.